here. The heck? I was going to say, I hope that didn't cut out at other times, but I mean, there's still quite a bit of charge left, so it's not that. So here, what we want to do with the top of the hair is it's going to come, I can't get in there now, like this. I can't get in there. So it's going to come like this. See, as long as you can follow the hair. Now, I don't think he has a part. I'm thinking he's not, doesn't have a part down the center. I don't think he has much of a hairstyle. It just, he just grows his hair and cuts it when it needs to be cut. Okay, we're back again. I think that the problem I had was I was running out of memory. So I tell you, but I don't remember. No, anyways. So what we're going to do is finish this off by doing this little Native American necklace. And I want to start by, I'm trying to see if we can fix the neck a little bit. Now it goes in, so there's part of it will be in here, so this will be the end, the bottom of it, as it were. But I'm thinking what we might need to do is to bring, the reason why this looks too much like a cone is I think we need to bring this back a little bit. And since we don't see the back side of his backside, it does kind of look like it's disappearing. So I want to kind of, it is under. No, I think there's still a little more. I think this is a matter of we got to keep shaping it until, or the other thing too that I've learned the hard way is that even though you may not get exactly what you see, when you look at this, but then when you get the carving done and you take the picture away, the pattern or whatever book you're in or whatever, as long as what you got left looks good, that's good enough. Or that is, it's beyond good enough. That's very good. Now, oh, there it is. But I was missing this important tool. Now I'm going to, the V tool to do this. Carve that out. And the reason why I want to do this is to bring the neck more in line. The connection of the head to the neck more in line. And so I want to come in and down. Oops, careful. I think we should start with a stop cut. And I want this to go down, or around and down. So this looks more like it's on his neck. Around and down. A little bit of itch. Put the knife down when you're going to eat, especially when you're going to itch your eyes, scratch your eyes. think that sounds like a little better. Oops. Don't forget to move the knife forward or back when turning. I think it's a little better. Like I said, the neck is a little thin, is the goof up here. But I think I want to make this kind of a square, not square, but almost straight up and down as possible. Not too much here, not too much in the front, because it's got to go down. And I want to put this V here, where the necklace ends and a shirt begins. And so that would make a good hard, sharp end, so we don't have to make it round and a little bit of, there we go, a little bit end cut. And as soon as we get, I don't want to say relatively happy with what we have here, then we can get started and get the design in. That's what I want to work on. That's what I'm interested in. Now there's still a lot of cleaning, but how does the head look? The back of the head, just a little bit of a twist here. Okay. Take a little bit of that chatter out of there. I think the setup is done here. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's zoom in as best we can now. I got to really pay attention to and what he has here. Get some light on. Make sure the light is the best we got while we do this. While I do this, and while I do that too. Now it looks like it is a series of, I'm going to take my mechanical pencil because it's more sharper. And it seems like a series of parallel lines. He's got is like 1, 2, 3, is that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that a bottom? Let's say 5. 5 may be difficult. 4 is, of course, easier. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pretend. I don't know what if that's a bottom piece, because if that isn't, then you got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go with 4 because 4 is easy. Of course, the reason why it's easy is is because we want to start with the center line. Maybe 2 above and 2 below. And it kind of disappears. And this sort of disappears because I want to keep the same distance. Keep going until it disappears. All right. That's in between. Now you can take either your ruler or your divider to make it perfect. I think I'm just going to eyeball it in. Oops, what is that? A little anomaly here. A little cleanup here. Pencil in. Is that the little there? Get out of there. Okay. Then between the two. Now this may appear a bit thicker between the two, the bands, than what he has here. I really, two things to that. I mean, that's one thing we learned with the fingers is that even though it starts wide, it ends kind of more narrow. But I am not going to get too picky with it being, especially thinking or want it to be thinner, because then it'll be more difficult to play with. All right, so we will, oh, wait a minute, don't stop. And I wonder if that's painted. I think that's all painted, isn't it? The beads will still go around. I think you just have to paint it differently, is what I'm seeing. No. Should we put that in? Well, if we put it in, it'll be easier to paint. Let's get the center line here. And looking up, there's a little cat hair there. So if we did something like this, I think, yeah, if we do put that in there, it will help the painting process. So then we'll do the same here. Because what really is happening is is that these are beads. Now, if I create a bead like this, then the beads are that small. And I think we may have to come back and make each one. Now I'm going to look at this. I'll be right. Oh, my mechanical pencil just lost most of its lead. Hope we have enough here. Now since that's like that, I would have to assume that there would be one in the back. Which means all the beads are, and it's still a little off. All right, so let's start with that first. Can I do this and hold this at the right position? Because these are beads, square beads, so we will pass. As long as we can get that impression going on that he's wearing this beaded Native American, I want to say Lakota. Lakota has beads, but then I think others has beads too. But then the more southwestern Native American tribes had beads. Then we have up here the Chippewa, but they're more flowery designed. So it's kind of interesting going by your neck of the woods, what the Native Americans wore, and the colors and so we go all the way around. I'll try to keep the shoe or the boot on the bottom, because if I keep moving around like this, it'll drive you crazy, I assume. And then one more here. I think we're still okay with this. I think what he is wearing is a little thinner, and of course so are the beads are a little thinner too. So I'm going to get in there and separate that, make sure that that is separated and close to the right dimensions. Okay, next, now comes the fun part, is we come back this way. And what I want to do is, again, without using kind of second thought here, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the front and see how the beads right now kind of relatively perfectly square. That's what we're going to do. And I want to save the last to the back, just in case if it doesn't come out evenly. Therefore, it is in the back. So I'm going to have to ignore what I just drew. Except I've lost this. As long as it is square, the same width, and it is relatively square right now. So we still can use this one. I think I'm putting too much shadow in it. Oops. I want to stop right there. Come back this way. Like I said, if it does not even, we want it to be in the back. Oops, careful. And I think it comes out. I think it does. Now, as far as pattern is concerned, is that it's a matter of painting. I mean, they're all beads. I mean, it looks like his head is just coming out of a corn cob right now. But when you paint it, and like I said, if you want it to be thinner and smaller beads and stuff, I think it's for this wood carving video, it would be a bit of pain in the you-know-what. Now we could, I'm going to start in the back here just to experiment here. Remember our 10% times 2? What would happen if you did that? Now this would be tedious. And if it does work out, I'm just going to do a little bit and then let you turn off the video and do it yourself. I think it does. I think I do like it better because it does pop out more. See, it has more shadow. And then how about this way? This is probably easier. Where are you? Oops, I slipped. See if it's mostly irrelevant. It's very interesting. Yeah, it does add more depth to the beads. Oops, careful. This will be kind of difficult coming up. So watch it. Watch it. And it will require probably coming back, taking out what didn't pop out. And so I think first I want to add this little nice good separation like I did with the other two sides. To show that that's not part of his neck. Where are we? Right there. And I think that's as far as I want to go. There's some picking. One of the things I wanted to also bring up is what do you want to put on your belt buckle? There are just so many. I mean, this one here doesn't really come up with any. I mean, there's some kind of a design. You can do that or put USA or US or whatever you want to do to that. I think the hands are relatively okay. Cleaning up here and there. The back. Oh, I did forget one thing.